This summer, I conducted research at the University of Arizona using the Cognitive and Autonomous Test Vehicle, a hybrid Ford Escape rewired to serve as a self-driving car testbed. My team and I implemented a lane detection and following system using image processing and geolocational data. Many lane detection efforts use hue, saturation, and lightness filtering with hard-coded thresholds to extract the lanes from an image. This means the programmer tells the computer that the yellow lanes will always be within a certain hue range, and the white lanes will always be within a certain brightness range. While these assumptions may be true when the road is well lit and the lanes are well defined, they fall short when dealing with faded lanes. Thus, we created a program that uses the medium brightness of the image once the sky and car hood are cropped out to estimate the brightness of the lanes and set the hue, saturation, and lightness thresholds accordingly. Once the lanes have been extracted from the image, they are fed through a perspective transform. This method takes 4 points around the lane and maps them to 4 points in the destination image. The result is an overhead view of the lanes in front of the car. With this result, our next task was to find and represent the path of lanes in the images. We approached this problem by using a clustering algorithm combined with sliding windows to find waypoints along the lanes. First, we find the initial points of the lanes by applying k-means clustering to the bottom section of the image. Then, we incrementally move a search window along the lane. After each slide, the window adjusts to the average location of the lane marking pixels it detects. Each window's center represents a waypoint along the lane. While the sliding window approach is an existing technique, we improved upon the algorithm by changing the way in which the windows slide. Traditionally, the windows slide a fixed length up the image and recenter only along the horizontal axis. Our method, however, uses a weighted vector representing the previous slide in order to perform the current slide. In this pseudo-derivative approach, we are better able to capture the curvature in the lanes. Should the sliding window fail to detect any lane markings, it continues to slide along its current trajectory until it does, which accounts for dashed markings. Finally, the averages of discovered lane waypoints are used to represent the path the car should follow. Before these waypoints can be used, however, they must be transformed into the world space. Here we see an example of what the car might capture while driving. The purple points are the lane midpoints, but they are represented as coordinates relative to the top left of the image. The origin is then changed to the bottom center of the image where the car is. However, this coordinate space is not necessarily the same as the world space, which uses longitude and latitude, since the car does not always face north. Therefore, we change the basis vectors of the waypoint coordinates so that they match the orientation of the world space. Then, the position of the car in world space is added to the waypoints to craft the final world space waypoints. Having transformed the generated waypoints to a real-life coordinate system, the final step of the lane-following implementation was developing a controller to send the proper signals to the car. The CAT vehicle operates through the use of the Robotic Operating System, ROS, by subscribing to information in the form of ROS topics published by nodes. We developed a Hoffman controller in Simulink capable of publishing and subscribing to ROS topics to command the CAT vehicle to follow the generated waypoints. A Hoffman controller is a non-linear control scheme that allows an autonomous vehicle to track its trajectory in real time by controlling the orientation of the front wheels with respect to the desired trajectory. Using this controller, the CAT vehicle was able to successfully follow lanes in various simulations and real-life demos with ideal conditions. Although the controller was not tested in less than ideal conditions, we have developed a proof of concept for a comprehensive lane detection and following methodology with low overhead. This summer, as the only one with a car, I figuratively became the mother and chauffeur to a family of 8. However, my teammates were awesome to work with, and we had a lot of fun outside the lab as well. We also got to hear from a variety of professional speakers, and we took the GRE. I got 172 on math, 129 on verbal, and 5.732 on writing.